The discord between Lesnar and
Today, we bring you an exclusive breakdown of one of the most shocking and controversial moments in WWE history. On Saturday night's main event, Kevin Owens faced off against undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in a match that would leave fans talking for weeks. However, what followed after the bell rang to signal the end of the contest left the WWE Universe in complete disbelief. Owens, visibly frustrated by his loss, took matters into his own hands in a violent outburst, executing a brutal piledriver on Rhodes. This shocking post-match assault has raised serious questions about Owens' future in WWE, with the company's COO, Triple H, issuing a stern warning. If Owens fails to apologize, he faces immediate termination. What happens next for Kevin Owens? Will he stand by his actions or back down? Let's rewind the clock and break down what led to this dramatic turn of events. Saturday night's main event was one of the most anticipated matches in WWE's recent history. Fans had been eagerly waiting to see whether the fan favorite Kevin Owens could dethrone the dominant Cody Rhodes and claim the undisputed WWE Championship. Both men are considered two of the most formidable and popular superstars on the roster, and the stakes were high heading into the match. Cody Rhodes had been on a tear as the undisputed champion, successfully defending his title against multiple challengers. His path to the top had been long and filled with obstacles, from overcoming personal adversity to proving himself as a championship-caliber competitor. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens had been fighting for recognition and a title shot, having spent years in WWE battling through countless obstacles and proving his resilience in the ring. Owens' no-nonsense attitude and unapologetic personality had earned him a massive fan following, but his hunger for championship gold had yet to be fulfilled. From the moment the bell rang, it was clear that this would be a contest for the ages. Kevin Owens came out swinging, eager to prove that he was the one who deserved to wear the gold. His aggressive offense, which included a series of hard-hitting strikes, power bombs, and his signature pop-up powerbomb, kept Rhodes on the defensive. Owens was relentless, showing no mercy as he targeted Rhodes' neck and back, clearly aiming to weaken him for the final blow. Cody Rhodes, however, wasn't about to back down. The undisputed champion countered Owens' offense with his own combination of agility, technical wrestling, and sheer power. Rhodes, who had developed into one of WWE's most well-rounded competitors, showcased his trademark resilience, absorbing Owens' punishment while delivering devastating moves of his own, including his crossroads finisher, which had earned him countless victories. The match was a back-and-forth affair, with each man looking for the decisive moment to take control. The crowd was on the edge of their seats as near falls piled up, each one bringing the audience to a fever pitch. Just when it seemed like Owens had the match won, Cody Rhodes would kick out, frustrating his opponent. At one point, Owens hit a vicious cannonball in the corner, sending Rhodes crashing into the turnbuckle, and the impact left the champion reeling. Yet Rhodes always found a way to rally, countering Owens' attacks and getting back on the offensive. In the closing moments of the match, it seemed like Owens was on the brink of victory. After a devastating superplex, Owens covered Rhodes for what seemed like a sure pinfall. The crowd held its breath, but Rhodes managed to kick out at the last possible moment, keeping his championship hopes alive. This near fall stunned Owens, who was visibly frustrated. For a brief moment, it seemed that Owens had lost his focus, his frustration getting the best of him. This was the opening that Cody Rhodes needed. It was in this crucial moment that Cody Rhodes, ever the opportunist, seized control of the match. With Owens momentarily distracted, Rhodes delivered his finishing move, the crossroads, to Owens. The impact was devastating, and Rhodes immediately covered his opponent for the pin. The referee counted 1, 2, 3. The bell rang, and Cody Rhodes retained his undisputed WWE Championship. The arena erupted into cheers as Rhodes stood tall, victorious once again. Fans poured their energy into supporting the champion, whose victory felt like the culmination of a long, hard-fought journey. But as the crowd celebrated, something darker was unfolding in the ring. Kevin Owens, now lying on the mat, was a picture of frustration and anger. His head swiveled toward the referee, his eyes filled with a mix of disbelief and rage. Owens had given everything in this match, and yet it wasn't enough. His frustration quickly turned to rage. Instead of leaving the ring as a defeated man, Owens stood up, his body tense with anger. The crowd's cheers for Rhodes suddenly turned into murmurs of concern as Owens turned back to face the champion. Owens, in a complete moment of fury, charged at Rhodes, delivering a series of vicious punches and stomps that left the champion stunned. The aggression was unlike anything seen before. This wasn't a calculated attack, it was a full-on assault, a violent outburst that sent a shockwave through the audience. Owens had crossed a line. It wasn't enough to just lose the match, he needed to make a statement, to prove that he wasn't going to accept being overlooked or dismissed. Immediately after the piledriver, WWE officials rushed to the ring to check on the condition of Cody Rhodes. Medical staff arrived almost instantaneously, attempting to stabilize the champion, who was laying motionless in the ring. Rhodes was slowly assisted out of the ring, visibly shaken and unable to stand on his own. It was clear that Owens had gone too far in his moment of rage, and now there were serious concerns about the long-term effects of the attack. The assault had not only shocked the fans but had also left WWE officials in crisis mode. Owens' actions raised serious questions about his conduct and future within the company. WWE has always prided itself on maintaining a standard of professionalism, respect, and competition. But Owens' actions had completely violated those principles. This was no longer just a case of losing a match. It was a breach of WWE's code of conduct. Within hours of the attack, WWE's chief content officer, Triple H, took to social media to address the situation. In a strongly worded statement, he condemned Owens' actions, making it clear that this behavior would not be tolerated under any circumstances. Triple H's response was swift and decisive. "What happened after Saturday night's main event is absolutely unacceptable," Triple H wrote. "What Kevin Owens did to Cody Rhodes goes against everything WWE stands for. As of now, he is on suspension. If Owens does not issue an apology to Cody Rhodes, the WWE Universe, and the entire WWE roster, he will be fired immediately. This type of behavior will not be tolerated." Triple H's words sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. Owens had crossed a line that no WWE superstar should have ever crossed, and now he was facing the consequences. The question remained, how would Owens respond? Would he back down and apologize as Triple H demanded? Or would he stand by his actions, refusing to apologize for what he had done? As expected, Kevin Owens was not one to back down easily. The very next day, Owens took to social media to deliver a defiant response. In a video posted to his Instagram, Owens looked directly into the camera, his face filled with defiance and frustration. He made it clear that he had no intention of apologizing for his actions. "You want me to apologize for what I did?" Owens began. "Well, I'm not going to. Cody Rhodes doesn't represent what WWE is about anymore. He's the golden boy, the one they put on a pedestal, but I've been here longer than most of you realize, fighting through the trenches. You think I'm going to apologize for sending a message? I did what needed to be done. If Triple H wants to fire me, then so be it, but don't expect me to back down. I'm not here to kiss anyone's ass. I'm here to fight, and I always will." Owens' message was clear. He was not going to apologize, and he was not afraid of the consequences. He had made his stance known. This was not just about a loss, but about making a statement. Owens was prepared to go to any lengths to prove that he deserved more respect within WWE, and if that meant defying authority, then so be it. The fallout from Owens' actions has been widespread, with fans and wrestlers alike divided on what should happen next. Some fans have rallied behind Owens, believing that his frustration with WWE's treatment of him is completely justified. Owens has always been a hard-working and talented performer, yet his title opportunities have often been limited, and many feel that this attack was simply his way of making a statement to the company that had overlooked him. On the other hand, many fans and WWE personnel believe that Owens' actions were completely out of line. His unprovoked attack on Rhodes not only jeopardized the safety of a fellow wrestler, but also violated the spirit of competition and sportsmanship that WWE stands for. There are those who believe that WWE is right to take action against Owens, and that firing him would send a strong message that such behavior will not be tolerated. Meanwhile, Cody Rhodes is recovering from the attack. WWE's medical team has been working to assess the full extent of his injuries, but it is unclear when he will be able to return to action. Fans are eagerly awaiting updates on Rhodes' condition, wondering whether he will seek revenge on Owens for the brutal assault. One thing is certain, the rivalry between Owens and Rhodes is far from over, and it could escalate into one of the most intense feuds in WWE history. So what does the future hold for Kevin Owens? Will Triple H follow through on his threat to fire Owens, or will the rebellious superstar find a way to stay in WWE? Owens has always been a controversial figure, and this latest incident could either mark the end of his time in WWE or the beginning of a dramatic character evolution. One thing is for sure, WWE fans are more divided than ever, and this story is far from over. As for Cody Rhodes, his recovery is the immediate priority, but fans are already speculating about what will happen when he returns. Will he seek revenge on Owens, or will he move on to new challenges? The WWE landscape has been forever changed by these shocking events, and the next few months promise to be filled with drama, intensity, and high-stakes rivalries.